Hi, Aquarius. It's Lulu, and welcome to your indie read here in Foyer. All right, let's see what's going on. I do have the surrender cards out because there are huge transformations going on, and there are things that no longer need our attention. There are things that we are growing through and may need to pay more attention to than other things. Yay. All right, this has been an interesting series, I must say. All right. So, what do you have here for Aquarius, please? And thank you, darling. Thank you. Check that out, honey. It's cute. All right. Surrender your fear of intimacy. Cute. Surrender denial. All right. Surrender to passion. What's under intimacy? Surrender to it, what is. It is what it's going to be. It is what it is. Under surrender denial, surrender your belief in scarcity. And what's under surrender? Passion to passion. Surrender to creativity. A number of signs did get that this in this series. I was about to say this evening, but all the signs were not done on the same day. So, the first thing that I'm getting here is that it's very important that you um, pay attention to any type of insecurities, any low self esteem. Those things do show up in a number of ways because we have in your emotions for surrender your fear of intimacy, surrender your belief in scarcity, and surrender to passion. Those are in your emotions. All right. What you are dealing with subconsciously, things that may not be at the forefront of your consciousness at this time. So you may be pushing someone away or pushing away the idea of someone being too close to you or something like that. And there may have to do with a lack mindset, maybe abandonment issues, certain types of personality types, whatever that is. It's important in order to remove any blocks that you may have when it comes to intimacy, passion, passionate connections, passionate showing passionate affection. Maybe you need to get in tune with your love language and recognize and realize what type of person that you would like to deal with when it comes to their love language, right? Because oftentimes there is mishaps or misunderstandings when we deal with somebody based on the way that we give and the way we view giving and receiving love, right? The primary love languages. There's two primary love languages out of the five, and those two primary love languages have a lot to do with how you give and receive love. All right, so you want to be mindful of that as well. In the fire realm, the external realm, because we have the introverted realm and the extroverted realm. So, what's driving you outside of things has a lot to do with you not being able to let things be what they are in some instance, not seeing things clearly, not seeing things exactly for what they are, and not being creative in your viewpoints as well as your um, work. Okay, good creativity spans across all senses and realms. So that would be totally up to you how that is representative, how that is represented in your life. Now, with the emotional realm, this is what's interesting. All three of these cards are purple. All three of these cards represent crown and wisdom beyond textbook, basically. Okay. So you may be fearful of when you feel passion with somebody or for somebody. You may be fearful or be standoffish when it comes to that butterfly feeling. Maybe you take off running instead of experiencing it and making sure that you have done the things necessary for you to grow. All right, so let's start clarifying. Clarity moves us away from disappointment and disparity. Thank you. All right, what is this? Surrender your fear of intimacy. Oh, I need to get that charger. 15%. Six of Wands. All right. This is a spiritual union. This is someone that was meant to be in your life. You didn't meet them by mistake. There may be a number of events oh, Six of Pentacles. I'm sorry. But there may be a certain level of things that happen. Like you may have had to go get some work done, and this person happened to be there, and they are just so different. Like, what the fuck? Like, I think they playing games. I don't know what this is. It's too good to be true. All right. This is karmic reward. You are being rewarded here because of the work that you've done in the past comes back to repay you. All right, and it may be in an intimate area, intimate, and you can also look at your bloodline to see how certain things, when it comes to the practicality or the physicality of things versus intimacy, and how those things have been worked out in your bloodline, because you may be, the way that I'm seeing this, that may be part of what you came to express and experience to break some chains. Thank you. What is this? Surrender, denial. Things are good. You don't want to see that they're good. Things are real. You don't want to see that they're real. You're telling yourself something different. What is the name of oppositional conversationist? Look that up. And then be honest with yourself and see if that's something that you may be, right? Because I found that very interesting when I looked into it, because somebody sent me it's not funny. They're dealing with someone who has this or kind of expresses in the way that this type of personality type expresses themselves and does stuff. And what's so interesting about it is that these types of people don't want you, they don't want to tell you that you're right. And if they do try to tell you that you're right, they're going to say that you're right, but they already knew it, instead of giving you your credit or what have you, right? Because they want to be seen as an authority in order to, like, they may have an issue with, like, um one upping a lot or something like that. Maybe that's somebody that you're dealing with, but or dealt with before, and that's what you have to break out of. Who knows? All right. So what is this surrender denial? Because I didn't know that there was a name for it. I personally just call people like that, like, you just know everything. Because that's what my mama used to be like. I can't stand a motherfucker that just know every goddamn thing and don't never want to say that you right. Because of course she had something that that connected to in her family. She could She couldn't stand that shit. Okay, it was a huge to do, because it was like the person, and that's what's crazy. The person who was doing that was actually the person who sits on the throne in our family, and that person doesn't. Um, they're never wrong, right? They're never wrong, and then when they do try to correct other people, it still isn't logical. It doesn't make sense. It's just something to correct them, to so that people will be able to abide by the rules that they have set, that they have not even told everybody what the rules are. It's like they are the best judge of things, and it's like, how is that so when you ain't never, like, this person swears that they are never wrong? What is this? Surrender denial? Like, I can't trust it. What is this? Surrender denial? Ace of Pentacles. It's right in your face. Some type of proof was put right in your face. Something, maybe you read an old journal prompt, or maybe there's something that you were invited to, and the writing was on the wall, right? And you may be denying something that's right in your face. That's an opportunity for growth, because a pentacle is something handed to you that you can plant and water and nurture and allow it to blossom and bloom with the proper sunlight, water, and fertilizer, right? Tilling your own garden. All right. So what is this? Surrender to passion for Aquarius? The Queen of Cups. There's nothing wrong with fire and desire, okay? There's nothing wrong with, allowing your emotions, that those feelings to really erupt, and, and experience what it is that needs to be experienced in the way in which it should be experienced, okay? It's like knocking on a door. Love is knocking on the door, basically, because look at this cup. At the bottom of that lighthouse is a door right there by my finger, and then that cup is trying to get in. But it just looks too big. Well, okay. All right. Now then, what is this? Surrender to what is for Aquarius? They want you to use your wisdom, but also pay attention to your feelings. Strength card. All right. You have a strong desire to want to fight against something. There's something in you that just really is confident that um it is what I'll make it to be. And it's like, no, or it is based on my experience, this is going to be what it is. And it's like, you need to allow things to flow so that you can better understand and better grow, right? Maybe dealing with a Leo, but overall, or a water sign. But overall, I do feel like with this strength card, this is you doing just the those small things, right? what's out of your control, just, you have to be able to maintain control of yourself, because we are responsible for ourselves, right? Even with our children at a certain age, they are responsible for them, right? Um, don't try to force yourself and use your domineering, be dominant in how you try to make things happen, because it's going to cause tension, it's going to cause issues. It may even, um, maybe you're trying to push a wedding date, because I did a wedding dress with this. Maybe you're trying to push a wedding date, or push things, kind of coming off real strong and domineering when it comes to intimacy. And that's kind of like when you meet someone, and they tell you all of what they want and what they don't want when it comes to a partner. And the more that they talk, the more that you realize that a lot of what they are saying has a lot to do with trauma responses. A lot of what they are saying and conveying to you has a lot to do with them creating a list based on all the hurt that they've been through, but they haven't done the personal internal work in order for them not to be, in order for them to experience the type of person that's on that list. It reminds me of that joke this comedian said a long time ago. She said, "I put a list together, of my the man I want," because I think she said a psychiatrist or somebody told her, or something like that. And she put a list together, and she said, "And once I looked at that list, shit, he too damn good for me. Man, I must have laughed so hard." And I was young and didn't really understand all of where she was coming from. I had some more living to do, but I remember it being so hilarious. But it also gave me a way of viewing things in my own personal life, because I do believe in experiencing things through others and listening to what is being said and adding it to my toolbox. Surrender your belief in scarcity. They're asking you, the universe is asking you to open up and free yourself from any constraints of this world, anything that would tighten you down and have you too closed off to the point where you can't experience the abundance of all that is, right? So this is like being abundant in certain areas in your life, but there are other areas where it's kind of closed off. It's kind of, there's a lack mentality, not enough, not enough, not too much. It's like, with that scarcity, it's kind of like feeling as though you don't have the tools or the resources, or the ability. You know what I mean? Or there's something that is just not enough. So they want you to move into it is enough. And I'm always being, the universe conspires in my favor to deliver all of the good that I deserve and desire, with from the highest integrity of all, hurting none, harming none. All right. So let's see. What is this? Surrender your belief in scarcity. Six of Wands. Know that you can be victorious and triumphant in anything that you do, and stop putting yourself on hold, because something in your life came to a standstill. And I think it has to do with a close partnership or connection. What is this? Surrender to creativity. Here for Aquarius, honey. Let them know. Ooh, Five of Swords wanted to come out. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. All right. So they're more than likely they're going to give you more information. I do feel like some of you talk to animals, and there's a lot of information coming in from animals. All right. Mammals, basically. What is this? Surrender to creativity for Aquarius? The Emperor. Stoic. Take charge. Discipline. Rulership. Take calculated risk, or maybe that's what you do instead of being surrender to your creativity. Maybe you've had to your masculine energy, or some connection to the father side, the patriarchal side. There may be something here that has you blocked. There may be a block in there, so you have to pay attention to the patterns of behavior on that side of the bloodline as well. I feel like there's a lot of help coming up. There's a lot of ripples in the sea because of this that needs to happen. Okay, you may even notice that there's a lot of movement. Any water that you walk by or water that you connect to, it moves when you come around. What is this? Surrender to creativity. The Three of Swords. How do you handle heartbreak? How do you view it? Um, how do you heal from it? Something may have hurt you to the point it blocked a part of your brain that you need to utilize. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You may even smell smoke or tinges of anything burning, wood burning, something burning. And that may be your cue to know that there's a block somewhere that needs to be burnt down. Maybe there's dreams about fire and smoke and those types of things. All right. All right, Aquarius. I done talked y'all ear off.